Hello, hello, my brothers and sisters, and YouTube and Facebook. Hello, my people. Uh, Um, this is Tia Jones, and I'm back with a new video. And the topic of my video is called Narcissists Financially Abusing Their Victims. Fix my- And, first, I would like I would like for you to subscribe, like my channel, and leave a comment, please. And also, you can donate to my channel at dollar sign. Donate to my Cash App. My Cash App hashtag is dollar sign MAW1234Y. That's dollar sign MAW1234Y. And press the notification button to be alerted of my upcoming videos. Okay. Yes, and I'm I'm telling this story to educate ones on narcissistic abuse based on my experience, and also to my fellow empaths, my younger black sisters. Don't give a man any money. It's not a woman's place to be giving a man money. He's supposed to do that for you. The man's supposed to give the woman money. By nature, they are the providers and protectors. He's supposed to rescue the damsel in distress. Okay. So, it all started when I met this guy in June, and and it started when I met this guy in June, and he's dark skinned with dreads, medium height, with medium length dreads, thick dreads, and they're not really well kept. And his name begins with a R and ends with a T. Last name begins with a B and ends with a R. And he goes by a nickname that begins with SP. Goes by a nickname that begins with the letter SP. Sorry. Begins with the and and he works for Tampa cleaning crew, picking up, cleaning trash from the streets with a pick stick. And he works through an agency, and he uses a bike for transportation. Well, we met in June, and we met in Family Dollar. This situation took place here in Tampa, and basically approached me, and basically he approached me first in Family Dollar. He was real nice, real charming. He had a big bright smile, called me beautiful, and he asked for my number, and I gave it to him, and he gave me hands, and and so we started talking and texting. Uh, this dude basically used the fuck out of me. I wasn't in the right place mentally, in the right state of mind. I had just left for I had shortly before that, I had just left an abusive marriage. Was when I was living up north in Michigan, and my self-esteem wasn't where it's at all. You know, my self-esteem, my boundaries, they weren't where they needed to be. My self-esteem wasn't where it's supposed to be, where it needed to be, and he took advantage of that. Narcissists sense that, and he kept texting me, asking me to come over. So first I hesitated, then I had went over a couple of days afterwards, and I said, this dude love bombed me. That's an understatement. He love bombed the hell out of me. We had sex, and the same time we were having sex, he was all kissing me, kissing me, tonguing me down, kissing me all on my neck. I mean, I just felt the chills going through my body, at the same time having sex with me. And I mean, he really went in with the love bomb, and this is a manipulating tactic that the narcissist use to get you hooked and mess and trauma bond and emotionally attached torment. I had to fix my nose ring. They get you so emotionally attached. And when you get like that, you miss the red flags. I mean, they do this on purpose. They get you hooked, and you miss the red flags about them. Gradually the love bombing ends, and then the devaluing stage comes, and anyway, after that I went home in the morning, and then he texted me asking me to loan him $10, cash app him $10, and that's how it all started. At first I hesitated and asked him if he can ask his his mother because that's what he was living with his mother. You know, he was living with his mother. Didn't have any money. I don't think he had a job, and then then he said, "That's all right." Text and say, "That's all right, babe." And so I went ahead and sent it to him. I cashed at them, 20. I was, being a little too generous. I'm an empath. And it was, narcissists weaponize your empath. They use it against you. And so, eh, and then, like the next day after that, he requested on my Cash App a 20, and then each time I go over his house, he would ask me to bring him a black a mile, and then would ask me for 10 or 5, and then this and then about a few months afterwards, I had lost my car. And so I started staying there every night, and he wanted me to give him $20, $20 or $25 each time I come there. And 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 it's yes, he kind of took advantage of the fact that I was homeless, sleeping in my car, and he used it to his advantage. And he was using it to his advantage, and each day I had to give him 20 or $25, and then gradually he started being abusive, passive aggressions, and acting like he didn't want me in there, taking too long to let me in the house because he was too busy playing a video game, and gave me some no bullshit excuse about how he hate to lose, and just making a fool out of me. Just taking advantage of the situation that I had nowhere else to go. And so when October came, I was going over his house every day from June to October. When October came, he told me that his people was moving into another house and renting another house, and was gonna leave the house to us. And then his and it says 3 cousins was gonna move in to help us with the rent. The rent was $1,000 a month, and his so the rent was due in November, and he only had $100 to pay it. His cousin only had $200 to pay it, so I was left with paying the bulk of the rent. Because I had the money. I was just left with paying the bulk of the rent because I had the money and they didn't, and so they took advantage of that, and him, his cousins, and all and what all of them were, what went on, just taking advantage of me. He kept manipulating it. He kept forcing it and manipulate me, telling me we need you. Go ahead and pay the rent. We need you. If we don't pay the rent, we'll lose the house, and I'm gonna have to move with my mother, and I'm gonna stop dealing with you. And so, like a fool, I went ahead and paid it, and and, and after that, this dude, this dude just turned on me. The mask came all the way off, and he just became so fucking nasty. Before I paid the rent, and I was just coming over there to spend the night when he was living with his mother. I should have saw the red flags when he was was being nasty and just talking to me in any kind of way, and but and then he would breadcrumb me with niceness and have sex with me, and we would have sex, but after I paid the rent, he really showed me his true colors. This dude became so cocky, so arrogant. He behaved like a celebrity, VIP celebrity from a family of royalty, and acting like he paid all the bills when he got the house because of me. But behaving like he was more superior to me. My car had broke down. I wanted to get another car, and he hindered me from doing that. And then after I paid it, he was asking me for more money after that. And then a week after paying the rent, he goes out and start talking to another woman, and come back and telling me that tell me you get out. I got another girlfriend. Get out. I got another girlfriend. I hate you. I mean, this dude became so nasty and so ungrateful. Embarrassed me in front of kids, calling me bitches and stuff, and when I tell him not to talk to me that way, you wouldn't have the house because of me. Don't keep throwing it. Tell me, don't keep throwing that up in my face as if I brought it up for no reason. Just deflecting the blame. And then and then he was watching porn and telling me that she performed, the lady in a porn movie and Pornhub performs better than me, and calling me dumbass and stuff, and and then I tell him, don't be calling me names. I brought up the fact that I helped him. He went and he flew into a rage, telling me to get out his room, threw my clothes across the floor, held the bike over me, was going to hit me with it. I had mentioned that on my on one of my videos where it says being verbally, emotionally abused by a toxic, arrogant narcissist, and he act like he was, in the video talking about he was about to hit my ass with the bike because I break somebody's patience when he started the whole thing, and his cousins and them didn't do a thing. They all enabled it. By the way, I covered the rent for all them. 3 cousins moved in. 2 of them didn't have a job. One of them only had 200, and the other one only had 100. And I paid the most rent and got the most abuse and mistreatment. And his cousins were enablers. His mother enabled it, made excuses for him, telling me, well, he don't owe you anything. I mean, he wants to live his own life, and just enabling the whole thing. And just threw me out of the room. Was gonna hit me with the bike and held the bike over top of me, and had to end up sleeping in the front room where one of his male cousins was sleeping at, because there's only 3 bedrooms. And just treating me real nasty while he texting another woman every day on his phone and talking to her. And I mean, he was just basically just using me. I was used and mistreated. And that's when he was saying a Jamaican woman, and she never showed up over there, but he stopped dealing with her and started dealing with a Latino woman that was coming over there to have sex with him while I was vending. And then after that on New Year's Eve, he left me out the streets to be homeless, that to have that Latino woman spend nights with him, spend a couple of days with him. And and just I have to do things a lot different. Never again will I give a man any money, and I have to assume every man is a narcissist until he prove otherwise, get guilty until proven innocent. But most important, do not give men any money. To y'all YouTube viewers, do not, to the female YouTube viewers, fellow empaths, the young women out there, do not give men any money. And for those that don't really understand narcissism it's a personality disorder. There's suffer some kind of trauma abuse, and when they were young, that don't allow them to develop empathy, compassion. Is like a it's like a protective mechanism, the, that develops, within them, and in the brain, that cause them to act the way they do. Arrogant, entitled, grandiose, conceited, lack of empathy for others, exploiting others, and well, I suffer. This dude just embarrassed me. Bring another woman, light skinned Latino woman, to the house while I was living there at the time, and just embarrassing me in front of his cousins and their girlfriends and stuff, and just showing me no respect, very little compassion, and this dude basically he chipped away my self-esteem, calling me degrading names like slow and retarded, smearing my name to them, his family and his friends, his cousins, and them. Overheard him talking shit about me to his parent. I mean, not to his parents, to his cousins. When I was in his room, I overheard him on a porch. His room's like is the front room close to the porch, and that overlooks the porch. And I heard him telling his cousins that slow ass bitch, just trash talking me to him, to one of his cousins. And this dude just basically chipped away my self-esteem, my self-worth. I became, very depressed. Cried and grieved a lot, and he didn't care. Cry in front of him is just like crying in front of a robot. Just a blank stare. Or one time when I was crying, he said he said you feel better. You all cried out. Just this, and will call me. This dude was just financially abusing me to the point that he hindered my basic needs, hindered me from getting a car. And every time I bring up wanting to get a car, he would get angry, telling me he don't want to keep hearing that shit and stuff. But he just hindered me from getting a car, but go out and get a woman with a car. No, that's the type of stuff they did. But hinder me from getting a car. And just basically used me and took advantage of me. Well, I'm gonna bring this video to an end. Catch you later, YouTube.